Good morning, students. Shall we start the lesson then? The people will join about now. Today our topic is cross-cultural issues in international business. These are the things we are going to discuss today, right? Firstly, we are going to discuss core components of the culture. Secondly, we discuss about the critical issues in cross-cultural teams. Then what about the national culture and the communication styles? And then first we will look at the components. Before that, let's see what is the meaning of culture, right? So culture, it includes these things: beliefs, art, moral, law, customs, and other capabilities, right? Beliefs, art, moral, law, customs, and other capabilities, and also knowledge acquired by the several people in the society. So this is something kind of a complex. It's a combination, right? It's complex. So complex, which includes these things. What are the things? Beliefs, art, moral, law, customs, and other capabilities. And these are already acquired by the people as a member of the society. Already acquired now. So which means the culture is a combination of these things and already existing in the society, which is already founded by the people. People means the member of the society. They already acquired these things with experience, with customs, with maybe with their religion, races, or nationality. They already acquired this culture, right? So these are the components. These things are questioned in your past papers even the last year. Explain about the components of the culture. So there are basically 6 components in the culture. The culture consists with these components, right? What are the components? Language, the values and the norms, symbols, beliefs, and the cognitive elements, right? Cognitive elements. So let's see what are these things in detail. First, we will look at what is language. How we can define the language. Language, the definition, the group of words. The language is a group of words or ideas. Group of words or ideas and having common meaning. This group of words should have a common meaning. That means that simply it means there should be a meaning. Without a meaning, if it is a group of words, it cannot be a language, right? There should be a meaning for those group of words. And it should be shared to social situation, shared in the society. If it is shared in a society, the group of words which are having some meaning, and it's shared with the society, we call it the language, right? So this is a good definition for the language. If you ask a question, you can give this kind of definition. And some more explanation, you can see that language is the entrance to culture. Without a language, we can't get something from a culture. We have to identify and share with certain cultures. If so, we have to know about the language in order to translate the ideas, share our ideas, right? So without language, it's very difficult. So that another definition is here. The language is a set of socially sound pattern words and sentences. It can be a set of sound patterns, also a set of words or set of sentences which are having specific meaning. And terminology common to the same culture. So language is a source of communication and to transmit message from one person to another. It is the method to mold the behavior and the experience of a person. And also this, the most important thing is this language is different from culture to culture. The language is different from culture to culture. Different languages are there. Even for different nationalities, they have their own languages. Around 100 languages are there in the world. So it's transmitted from generation to another. And more explained here, the language is the foundation of culture. Basic requirement for a culture is the language. So we can say it's a foundation, one of the component, the foundation of the language. And ticket to entrance for social life. Without having a language, if we don't know the language, we can't share our thoughts with different nationalities. That's why it says that it's like a ticket to entrance to social life. Right? It's a, you know that the animals have not culture because they have no specific language, right? To transmit words to others. Right, the next component is symbol. Symbol. Can see? Language, symbol is another component, right? Symbols. Culture is a system of symbols. In a culture, you know, different cultures, they have unique symbols. Without looking the symbols, even we can identify what is their culture. Right? The symbols are anything used to represent, express, and stand for an event situation. The symbols direct to guide our behavior. Or else it can show an event of past, present, or future. The different types of symbols can be there. Either they will guide behaviors, or it can be an event of past, present, and future, or anything which represent or express or event situation. These are so short expressions. Short expressions which for the identification of an object or a situation. So these are some of the good examples for symbols, unique symbols for different cultures. What are these? Bowing head. you may have seen some cultures, they have this kind of symbols, bobbing head, especially Asian countries, they have this kind of symbol. Especially in Japanese, they use this lot, this symbol they use lot. And whistling. Whistling is something like it's used by basically the Western cultures, right? Not applied by the Asians. So different. Whistling is a kind of symbol. And winkling of eyes situation. Winkling of eyes. So all are the symbols which express specific object idea about the others. And also there's another example like the Americans shake their hands to answer. For number of other examples are flag, anthem, pictures, states are also symbols. Right? Actually the shake hands, bowling heads, whistling, winkling eyes, those are behavioral symbols, right? Behavioral symbols. Or actions, we call action symbols. But other than that, the action symbols, there are a lot of symbols like flag, colorful symbols are there. Different pictures, sometimes they use different pictures as symbols to acknowledge this is our culture. That's why all the countries, they have their unique flags, right? And anthems, national anthems are there. So, in even different flags are, they have different variations, right? Different colors they use, right? Basically in Western type countries or cultures, they use colors like blue, especially Americans, they use blue and red. Japan, you may have seen it's a kind of circle of a red circle and the white background, right? So looking at those symbols, this is our culture, this is Japanese culture, this is American culture, this is English culture. Looking at the symbols even, we can get some idea. Then the next component, norms. The norms. Yeah, the norm is it's actually norms. Actually, we can't touch, right? This is a kind of in physical behavioral can be or rules or guidelines which we serve, right? When we are in the lifestyle, these guidelines we apply in our lifestyle. Those are called norms. The norms are elements of culture. These are the rules and the guidelines which specify the behavior of an individual. In some societies, there are certain rules, right, which guide our life. These things are good to do, these things are bad to do. Like as goods and bads are there, no? In different cultures, sometimes some may be bad, but in another culture, it may be good. Now, basically in Sri Lanka, if we take an example, in Sri Lanka, we have, in some religions, we have some norms. Actually, if we take the Buddhism, under the Buddhism, it says there is a rule, don't kill animals. Killing animals is a sin. But in some countries or some cultures, especially in Western cultures, they don't have such rule. So their norm is we can kill animals and we can eat, right? It's for our survival. That's their rule, right? That's their rule. So different norms are also vary with the culture. So norm keep a person within the boundary of society. Anyway, they provide us a guideline or framework how we should live in the society, right? So it gives us restrictions. It restricts we from some deeds in Sri Lanka. Like it's not good to leave parents alone. There is a norm, no, in Sri Lanka. වැඩිහිටියන් සලකන්න ඕනේ ඒගොල්ලන්ව තනි කරන්න හොඳ නැහැ කියන එක ලංකාවේ තියෙන norm එක. But in Western type cultures, they don't have such norm. ඒගොල්ලෝ එහෙම වැඩිහිටියන් සලකන්න ඕන තනි